Kwabena Owusu Dankwa twanitia KOD ena ye frame na ye kwa kopim se nondu ebebo na ye betena si e wonsem ahodo bebrene ye ba ebebobo ho ni adwene ho ni aboa ema oman Ghana impuntu ne kanko etimi aba nani wana se etimi akoso ene se man no ho hia yen enti edumbresi a na ya tena se ni afra mpanifo a omnim de na ya bedwen oman no ho ni ahwe kwan ye betimi de oman no afaso se be ya betimi akonanim na etu empon e kan se dwumade ni nyina no ekuapiesie asare bedi ako ena wahyehye ya yede ebre nene nyame ye adoma ensam na ye behwe ho anase ye bebobo ho no edoso ebebre na ebi ene se enei former president John Dramani Mahama ede ensem ede atodwa ye nyina enim se okwa prabo ewo ye mamu ha sabra meka se yode akwa kopim ewo epoye mantem Eastern region eho na pobo no akwa akopie no de ensem ahodo bebre ena ode atu edwa ebewura sansen mu na yaka ho ensem ewo dwumadie eso na yahwe sede eho ensem enso etiem ya modern yahwe enei Corruption Perception Index aba abetodwa na nei abeya twemamentwe ato amanyuko akase mienu a omo edwo Ghana meka NDC ena MPP efo enso entem na de omo kan se maban ena ebo modern etimi ekọ kitahye ene proyeye pa wezu se maban ena ebo modern ekọ eye kitahye ene proyeye pa ebo modern ne ye dosko ewuram ni ahwe se amanyoko mienu no omienu nya boa Ghana anase sen ena ho insunsuanso na ho ensem no etie yebeka ho ensem ewo ha enche yebeka na no memenda ena the new patriotic party bo modern etimi ekoye parliamentary primaries etoaba eyi parliamentary candidates ya ombeginem ewo eye bia na omowo mfanse parliamentarians ewo ho na omuwie ni nyina echi no mpanyifo atro krataba ati committees ahodo ewo various regions se omonhwe na omo enye reconciliation ka reconciliation omonhwe na chese basabaya se bia na to bi ya omo ntretre no na bibia entimi koye sentia eba ne sa no ene ebebu ndomosko na yaka ho ensem enso ewo dwumadie so na yahwe sede etiem enso ewo enya nonko emode na yahwe sisi a 600 million IMF cash sisi ye kan say aye ready na de aba beto kan say eye ba electricity tariffs anase tariffs ahodo a ehiafo anase sabio mamento sabi na menkaniye yenye hiafo efemfrem rasa ansem no mu na afi yaka ho ensem enso ewo dwumadie so ene ne lawyer for ekuni emienu ena ebedi dwumadie na lawyer nidia but metrem ede amano me lawyer Chapman Ziga ono your communication team member Emma NDC ono ewo ha obeboa ama yado ensemu esuko sanso ena lawyer Kwabena Boating second vice chairman ejiso constituency MPP ono so ewo hanoma yebeboa na afi yado esuko ewo ensen but before yebeko no mamenka CPI no meka corruption perception index no enwo nsem kakra na timi aboan guidelines ede amayaka CPI no kra na ye kyeresen ye ade a aba betodwa ye hwe amanman ahodo ebeye oha ene ediowotwe 180 countries ene womo empotempotum ni ahwe kwan a omo faso ye de ACP corruption perception index no etimi agredi omo na yahwe sen ena ebaketa hye ne proya adokro omo afa na ye rate no between 0 and 100 auto 0 ni dia na kyese nye kura enye kra na emom unya 100 ne na kyese oman no ehesemu ye clean eno no na ehwe Ghana hanoma ya range between 40 and 48 50 no kram say ding say yebetra yebehwe na yaka ho ensem ha na ohwa mpanyifo ede enema ahodo be du miensa ena disi ho na omahwe na emu miensa bia no anase utumi tomu miensa ena yehwe na afi yehwe se ada se kitahye no proye no woku anase wonko na enema bia omotai hwe efa sansemi ho bribery afi diversion of public funds official using their public office for private gains without facing consequences afi ability of government to contain corruption in public sector near excessive red tape in the public sector, which may increase opportunity for corruption. Senyama our public sector it may boa a market sheno it may koso nepotistic appointment in the civil service. Laws ensuring that public officials must disclose their finances and potential conflict of interest. Legal protection for people who report cases of bribery and corruption. States captured by narrow vested interests, and then access to information and public affairs government activities. And no account nadia CPI no entry a citizens' direct perception or experience of corruption. Tax fraud, illicit financial flows, enablers of corruption, that's lawyers, accountants, financial advisors, etc. Money laundering, private sector corruption, informal economists, and then markets. Sanima we dem ACPI no entry. And no, and a kohreya, and they Osha a MPP, any NDC, any table be about Betuja. Na yankwana fi yenhwe table na aba Betuja no. Nyehwe saying ena yedi enosura yamanyo senmu na yenhwe. We almost said the scorecard, the Corruption Perception Index of the Transparency International, the NDC/Mahama government versus the Kufuor/Bawumia NPP government. Na the Amentia says Mahama ne running me tambo, and I said the na on in Wohona, but to do when this MPP for the end so you are stroking with Bawumia/MPP. Now saying that here 2012 Mills/Mahama Ghana ereti 46, and I say a score no 46 over 100. 2013, Mahama apenso Ghana na a score no 46. 2014, Mahama penso yako 48. 2015, Mahama penso 47. Ena afeim 2016, Mahama penso na 43. Yemra Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado apenso 2017 yeteba 40. 2018 Yeraise Echo 41. 2019 Yeka 41 honma. 2020 43. 2021 43. 2022 43. NFA 2023 so 43 honmuna ena yeda. Na yebusase say 43 na say yaka ho no yentimi anko yenimbium yebedo score ho na yahwe but ma menko na fe memma eye mabedwafo no akwaba la bate akwaba na mse pomboko de
apomboko ai ma menchia o nwumre so na memu abaso pa na adwuma pa in fact bibia me free ba no na amanfo no ye crowd wa se enwumre wo mo behwe na program yi wo maka ho amanchichire no ane ye chichire no ne saa ne ye no ti ye ba ya na mu amudi ho chiame na mo boa ahwefo no mo nso etimi ka amanyo no ho e wa agyenchire mu no ya na ya boma baso papa na ya chi ahwefo nso a omo nso wo fie na omagebre ehweye na menchia mikuru ma Joseph onyina omo hwe papa menfo omo nchia kese e ma na menchia minu ya lawyer nso
lawyer for the new bro. All right. Lawyers ga ababa. Bibia boko. Endi semu boko.
O endi semu boko. Ti. Meso me di nchia kese be ma ye flag bearer. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Any national executives. Na afi nso ni aba ye regional executives a eye honorable Nana Kwesi. Eye chairman. Na masen acha ye legal director.
Okay.
Honorable Evans Amankwa. If we honso a na masen acha ye communication director e wa Ashanti region. Lawyer Abbas Nuruddin.
Okay.
Na on na makwan se menye den membetena ha. Afi nso na masen acha ye parliamentary candidate. Or Akrufrum.
Okay.
Yes, Akrufrum constituency. Honorable Joseph Azuma.
Okay.
Mechiana in the constituency na but in Chakese day e mom. Afen so mesai cha your communications team member. Abrantie Hussein Ibrahim. Ono so me in Chakese day e mano. Na afen mesai cha NDC ni bia ne Asante Maifo nyina me in Chakese day. E mom.
MPP for.
MPP. Oh. The way say your mind into your mouth.
Oh.
Na ya ye dey. O mind dey o ma say the granty.
Right, and said him the Kaka lawyer Kwabena Owusu ono ye second vice chairman at the Jesu constituency of the MPP and more lawyer Chapman Ziga ono your communications team member at the NDC. Before that, no, ma over the weekend, member lawyer Owusu Hona. Last over the weekend, last weekend in Kremuno, and Mokoye primaries, and Motuaba. Maminti you views kakra one sana, and send you honma.
Yes, yes. A basobody and party no, was here boy. Bibia no, oh, yeah, to me measure successes no waiting me a chopping one. Na wabo one baso. Na fe the end to me uncle ye no so what the atuns and ye no who say aha ne bia kam ye no see ya kebeko ye hwe dwumadia ye din wo manu afana baabia except baabia ye ni sitting MP no de ye di nkan ye dada eno no kwa asomdwe mu de to so mienu so ya ya ni nyina kwa asomdwe mu except baabi ba ku mienu bia ne ma bisisi ya ye ni anye hu anso empofiri mu no party mpanifo na so wo mu atu anamo akoho a emu hwehwe mu bia wo so wo mu ye ene niema bia wo se yedigu akwan mu na etimi ma ye process no egina yie na ma ye the necessary suenhu no aye hia ye de kwa abato okesi no mu no mpanifo guso a wo mu eye ni titiri pa wo mu wo se ye bo ma ba so kese ene wo mu kwa kansie ni bia wo mu antumi ye ndi nkonim in the process no wo mu no mu hia papa eti wo mu kura de ye hu wo mu ani asole agina ye na so ne ya boy ense mama wo mu efi se enya agro wahunu yesi bema ni de wetimi akon akosie sebe enye obia na etumi esi ne bose akansie no mekobi wahunu enkofo bebre nya bia kombeko nanso wo mu ni hu akukuduru ene akade a ye de kro ti obi bia wo kopim bie na anye yie no wo kura no wa me kabi ma min kabi no agina party no kabi ma min kabi no wo se ye hyase ye firi amanyokuo no na akopie the national level no se mumu ampipiri bi wa ase ha no mu a beko akoyese kanka bi se be yete wo no obi amprehwe enti emaye nya even the refined policies ene yi ayepe enti ye do mo kese pa ne mu ma baso na ye nsi wo mu nkran se dwumaden no mo koso ye de be pre ye no mo ntena wo mu nkoso anyina mu a enye ne nim se ebere we ha anye wo mo bre no ebia emre foforo no na wo mu eso na eduru wo mu so mu di nkunim no so yabo ma baso ye mu tiri nkwa adwumaden o mu ye ya wo manfo nya o mu gidi no mu nya nto ho
mu nya nto with some of the results I buy and I said no expectant say some results no be ababa.
Yes so far de wo manfo no ehwe emodemo any policies nhihye ya wo mu gina ye no beton ma wo mu na wo mu gina so de toto aba I do not think say
it is a kakra pipi.
Oh yes amanyo no said yes yakoye na no na me kan o baby say sikasem no de ye nkomo a wo se ye di no at the national level both MPP and DC yeah na me person ye play the ostrich as you hide our heads in the sand as if we don't know what is going on. Yes it happens. NDC for okoto aba owura John Dramani Mahama so obi okoto aba ni bia no mama ni sika. Of course obi kwa akoto aba na wonu ama ni sika ni so wonfa ntonchine nguni nkwamu so wonfa mfaka o ni nyina no in effect no constitute a certain level of inducement. And even at the presidential primaries no kra no ya na sa na no kokoso on both sides.
National
yes and even the funding of political parties nkomo a was here the near ye ba beka corruption wasemi all these things play into it.
Mamenko lawyer Ziga Hona me musa no so ejamu yanom ne ko abato so me your opinion and then perception on ya abato no moto ye last Saturday no so
okay me don't say ye hwe abato a ye nuanom MPP for 2 year last weekend Echira de ba kope. Echire say NPP as a political party no. Omo MPs no. Look lack confidence in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Omo flag bearer omo yi no. Echire say o consider omo primaries ni ye pa ehwemu ya. Wo be hu say ekuku damfo bi a na nka ye nyina na ye expect say omo be koso aye den akogina akono omo be ko so aye den akopre MP no omo nyina ate ye den esan ye
I don't know the battle about me because some more call last 4 years, but me is not coming.
Yes, the entire me dey battle ne ho says you hear the current state of the economy now and I hwe bibia omelidi Ghana economy to now ama omo nyina hu say election 2024 no omo be lose nti ama obia pe baby di nti akoye den akɔhye say ye cast your mind e call constituency be say Kwabena East Honorable Francisca Otimensa onu kra de Kwabena East here constituency be so we need NPP parliamentary primaries automatically no order or parliament but yen hwe bibi say o decide so onye den onko bio dentia e kire the lack of confidence owo ewo NPP for flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Baomi o mayi nenu because say you cast your mind back emre bi atwam ye president his excellency Akufo-Addo akotino Tech FM ema host no not to na no engage na ma ekoto say o makwan enye ebem ema host no ebisa ne say wow nim say Ashanti region baby a by election baby NPP for tiny move vote pa but ene Kwabena East o makwan nyina anye den enye na Kwabena East for ka say so one be o makwan am a omo nye den omo nto aba no asema yewura his excellency Dankwa Akufo-Addo kachiro mo ne say so mo nto aba na omonye den omunyai me pa chwati say last month me fa kwan ne so still na kwan no omonye den omunyai
the loss of confidence
a loss of confidence in the ruling president and the vice president and everything ama ekuku damphobia wo say nkomotimi gina eboa ema ene yo mo so be break 8 ema nka bia ade impossible so mbe den omo be break no omo nyina epe bia den e de omo ti ahye nti prime minister omo koye no last weekend for parliamentary candidates no clearly e kire say NPP for nankasa no they've accepted defeat omo nankasa ja tum say afia ba ye ba betu no omo nankasa omo paki omo nyoma ye den akọ na we de omo hia konfo bi ama na ka kire omo say de ekọ ne bone
asanka MPD nka aban na kwa na ka obi pe bebi de ti ahye mum rather no mumu efrimu
omo efrimu because na me kire o say no me hu say ni omanye Ghana for ayoma dwin say ye pe change of the government Ghana for nyina pensisaye etisisi an omo mbakra no mabe den omo be west scan na omo wia no de ehye omo pass no omo nyina aye den pake akofie aye den akodi ntisi hwe prime minister omo ye over the weekend na me hu say it's nothing good to write home about. Thank
you very much, Lawyer Siga. But Mamesha say free Lawyer Boato na menhwe. New Patriotic Party headquarters omo ede krata ababonting na mebusa say why adena this year aye so different from the previous. Mame poto kakra na men kan krata na omo de ababonting no ene nsema omo atworo ewom. Omo say the leadership of the New Patriotic Party in consultation with the respective regional executive committee, has committed or has constituted regional reconciliation committees. These committees are tasked with fostering unity and reconciliation within the party in every constituency in their respective regions. The committees are further tasked with resolving any issues that have emanated from all party activities or events, including but not limited to polling station elections, constituency elections, regional elections, national elections, presidential elections, and parliamentary elections. We are pleased to appoint the following distinguished individuals as members of their respective regional reconciliation committee. Kindly find attached the list of the committee members. We continue to register our gratitude to these esteemed individuals for their willingness to serve in this capacity and contribute to the unity and cohesion of our party. Thank you. Signed, Justin Kodria Frimpong. MP Party by Yache. Min kuni mpeni samda. Minese o mampeni kufo ene mrebi etwem or te reconciliation committee say enhwena ade na muhu ye what ade na inform this decision to form committees a omo hwe say ntawantaw bi ni wantwantwu be wo hono ma ye hwe ni nsisi
yo mi ra me dase ye boy sem edima MPP the crop of leaders ya ye was here enutina you team ene Justin Kodria ubu mudia na party fo nyina asɔre agina yɛ na so ya ye bi pen we nye first time except say ya na ye no as and when ana say baby a ntawantawa wo no na mpanimfo but say die ye no widespread na die nti a ye no saa no so sebe msentiase iwo amanyo no se die isu yo no ye die nia ekoduru ebire bi a yawdie bem nyese obi ayo obi boni o na mom ye hwese obi akwa akansie na we ni nkunim enye de enya hogono so enkyere se obi aye de bone but nkuguo no anka se wo amanyo mu no to de bia e de yawdie ba to de bi nso a campaign no mu no ni abato no mu no ne ma bi sisi a etia wo bi na so obi tumi di nkuguo na ebi osusu se obi asem bi o kafa no ho wosusu se ebia bibibi esi ye na ma ne di nkuguo enti nipa no na odi ya obi wo no mu nipa no edi ya no de na bekwa kosi yo wo manfo no anyame angimi ani no ma nto aba no amame ya ne emu nyame enhwe nipa amoto aba ma no wo no nko amokesiri na onso adwuma no ema ye enhwe we ye nipa su si ye nipa nko ade ye wo sa atenka no we mu se ye kopim bibi na mpem a ye teda wahunu eti se oya manyukuo na wo ye smart ya quickly no wo se wuhunu se wo nkrofo a wo mo de kopem ya anye yie no nyina no wodi nkuranhye sem bi kwakoma wo mu a wo mu susu se bi a bibinti obi dwumadie bi a wo kafa wo mo ho bibinti wo mo antimi anya nkunimudie no wo so no mo tenase wo na bibibia wo mu di ho yawo no wo no wo mu di ho nkomo na wo ma wo mu yesi kasa bre we ma ba to to da bia ya na nye bibibia nipa no pese wo hu no se me da abusuam wo hu no abusua no kama se
last 4 years nanka se mo ye because hon de na nsem ho
yes sua hu no so ka ho wo hu no se ye kwa nyina ne me esisie no ye hwe for that you sua hu no we have paid a very, very expensive price for
the key from what happened last 4 years.
Yes. Eti ye ko ni nyina we are guided by history. Eti sebeye na ne ma bi esisi pen no ye nsa nkonkoto sa da de fidie no amu bi onti. Eni mu animu ya no mpanifo se ye ntena so. Obi bia ye nko ne na so. And trust me committee ayate no be ko obi na so mako. Ye no ye hwe ya akura ye fie. Won say eyiye be fie na ya na yesiesie fie asem wo obon say adwada ne yebu akunta wie ya asem bia wo fie bia ye we ne aka ama abusua no mu adwo saa na manyon so te ye abusua a ye fam ho prekope enti ye bekọ be wie no nsem bi wa tire ye behwe ne aka ni nyina enti party mpanimfo na mo wo ye o matuo de ye dutwam efe eye na ebeboa nso again minu ya wo behu no say political leadership se wo manfo no taikandini bi achi a to da bia ya na ekoye an emotional attachment we hu transcend politics no to da bia be ya tinkamu asem we hu enti se mekota asomasi achi na wo binti achi no wo de pem na mpem a ye nyina no we feel down enti nipa no a me di na chi no nam atenka me wo ma no nti no se nipa ne te da pem so mate adawo.
And as a party, you are there for the party. Inti say, what could you be a chia? When him say, yen sebi, nye di obi a pen and memepe. To memepe, we na me kona nye a party, you might because yen a press party no. E benye ni pa obeti me dia. Ti anye ye dia. Ada na wose obi meka nkyere me ansana.
Minua.
Matimi asori akwa akodi de wose me ye.
Dia wo kan ye the ideal situations ana wose ye. Na mo me no wo kan ni pasem.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ye me no wo kan sisi ani ni pasem. Ye ntimi mu ye ni ngo so. Sa na tie. Enti wo behwe ye party ye wo ho ye a ebire biduru ye a ye pani ba ko se party no we free mu no. Won se ko ye kasade ene akrokro for ye nkrofo no a ni omudi yewura no achi because wo mu ye MPP fo no ene wo mu nyina sa na yeti wo mahunu se ye MPP no omudi akire na nye kontonkure bi nti sa nkomodie ya ye ba bedie nyina no be mankrofo ahunu se ye kodi obi achi anye yie eno no nkere se ye nyina ye kwa akwati ada se ye party no ne ye somode a ene ye bra no bia no wo se ye hwe ne ye koso na ye gina ye na so ne ye ma party no ye yie na ye de we are minded of what we have been told. President Kufo o se so we messenger e wo party e wa ba mu a ye chen se wo ye you know penny wo party e wo opposition mu so we are guided by this enti emfa ho ni de sie ye busua kura se ye kura ya wa ye yire ne ye made titifie eto de bia bu se ne ma bi na abonyo so enso ni nyina no ye ka no boko e ma ne tumejo sa na party no ba be ye no asem bi esi ba bia ma akuma ehuru ba bia disappointment apie ho ba bia wo bi susu se ebre we de na susu se mebre enso bi de kopem ya anye yie enye hwe amanyo no sa na tie ye ba be ye adwuma ma party no asa atena ban mu yi wo bi ni mu wa hwe ani ebebo din kura do akwa akɔhye ba bi kɛse ya no wani na wahunu tini nyina ne se party no bɛkɔ so a ɛbɛtena ban mu ani adwuma de ne a yɛbɛyɛ ye general secretary ne chairman ye mo wo mu amu said ye wo mu wo mu adwuma fa no fɛ dodo party fo fɛ ye hunu so wo ye proactive wo mu ntwɛn ma de no nsi nwie ne yakɔ akɔpɛ na ka de aba abɛyɛ no ade no ba no anu o ma bɔ kompo no o ma hunu sɛ ade we ye de sɛ yi a ɛbɛma no ayɛ fɛ ahodindie bi a yɛn so ye wo akyire no ye de bɛboa na ebema reconciliation betumi akoso ye hu so mo yiye nimdifuo bi ni wo mo ni mu nyam won so obi wo adni kodwa ato a enche ne aso mu o
na bi wo so adi o because o hwe ketia mo no mo ho o hwe miamia bi a ene nsem epiepie wo ho no mo a would they find that easy say o betumi a reconcile these people
ebejo see the city bia see to bia na yes nsuhie yes okay. Yes ebusuya 7 no wo hunu se ya manwe ni ya mamere no a ye demu no MPP na emuja wo emuja nso de yesi emudu chensuo ye bufu sen kura no a ye koso awie ebusuya wahunu ti ebutimi fo ni atoto ye nsa ni ade na kyerɛ ma mensen we si kyerɛ ma mensen ba ni nyina na ade be kye no wo be hunu sɛ ye nyina ya fa dufuwa bi a yete so a yedi efie nkomo enti efitie mu nkomo a ye ba bedie obi a consensus a wode ba no mpanimfo oba betie sɛ benye se ye beka obi kasaboa ahyɛ ne yem mpanimfo oba betie ebe yo wanwa sɛ ba bi wo kra ye bɛkɔ no anyɛ sɛ ebi obi aye obi bone na emom eyem kuguo mu atenka eno nso so ye ohun komo ho aye di hye nkura ma ni hunu eyetimi bobɔ mpanimfo bi kura wo mo pem ya na empem ekire wo pem ye na pem wo hunu eti ye de na pem ba ko mienu asemate akwakoda dabi ni nyina nkomo wo ho aye ni emkrofo yi e ba bedi yenim se ba bibi wo no mu a ebia peculiar situations bi ne undertones bi nti ya na amankomo no ayedene nanso mpanimfo ayeyi wo mo no wo mu awedale woni pasemu wo mu awedale when it comes to the various mechanisms of ADR yebetumi edi atena se ma ebo adwo na minim se sa na muntu we ya yetui ya na muntu ba ko ayi gina so na ye dia breaki 18 ewe ye ni mo oh absolutely atinye bi ani ho Ghana for na wo mo hwe ye no enimu wo mu nim Ghana for ni nim
Ghana for no zo
wo mu nim se wo mo de amanyoko no mienu sinsan ni ani a wo mu ehunu se de sitie sabre ya ye ka se kra enka kane no no mpese wo mo hwe ye a nka generator na nka wo maso emeyi hwe se wo maso TV a generator bi enso ya wo mo de hwe ye enti wo mu nim se de sitie na wo mu nim se kia na ke 2024 ba wo mbeto aba no ebum e dia ma ura ba wo mia
breaking the 8 ne de omo anim se nya de be ba so because and he say o hwe omo mpeni fo kra omo dwane a omo ura alan cash and he only akote the party de omo de ye no be ba chawati ase and then o hwe corruption index a o projected to board ne so a clearly say John Dramani Mahama has done better than
Mate. O de beba so but me yanko Mahama to no so na me yenhwe ho no so. There's this question amount for Ebusa as 2016 Mahama was rejected totally. Yines in chain because almost amamo no onhubu and the yines in chain. But this time around or say kokɔ ne pension or kɔ na home gym and no ja 2 minutes ma ayamanyoko bi titru na Dankwa Kufuado and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia but Ghana na odi ja omo no enye sa enti amanfo afoso na once amra na omra na ommeje Ghana no emfa ensio. What do you make of this statement?
Yes, me do say so me akwenye say Era John Dramani Mahama kasa on carbon because say ohwe Akufuado ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia emra Akufuado eyi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e de na kire Ghana fo se one no ba be je Ghana o mo ba be rescue Ghana free the state na ewom aba be tibia papa na wo se kire wo se Akufuado eyi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no o ka kire Ghana fo se o ye economic den messiah ono na o ba be je free the state and economy ni wom edi akọ hen edi akọ baby papa me pacho what ase so wo hwe ebosha akofo ne baomia edi hye Ghana fo wo hwe enioma omo promise Ghana fo se omo ba beye a enei age agu a na eya hadwen ye pa na ma me kire wade corruption index na wo project ye no the best corruption index a Ghana fo enya in the year 2014 me pacho what ase in the year 2014 oh yeah no craft on me say wo hwe unemployment rate in Ghana under Yewura John Dramani Mahama it was better than your friend is saying Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia administration odi eno ntu nchen ene hwe fuel prices ene me call court na me fa edum say me print ade me say me top brown envelope could you imagine say brown envelope costs 3 cedis. It is also
the A4 sheet size.
No, A4 sheet size. Small, yeah. It costs 3 Ghana cedis. Envelope affairs near 50 pesos.
Okay.
Me pacha what you say. Ene o she bosia Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia boegu Ghana for wa. E doso saying emra Ghana nya independence. Bosia Ghana abo from Yewura Rawlings time. Aba besi say John Dramani Mahama His Excellency hand power ama Akufo-Addo. Me pacho what I say e come abroad den egu ho na doso it is a wo hwe sa nyoma we nyina hwe problems a Ghana for ye den e kom ene ya ye 1st February omo se omo di den omo di a tax for Friday aba it was say kira say baby a Yewura John Dramani Mahama eja Ghana to ye no NPP under this current administration His Excellency Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no omo ba omo be say nyoma poto you can see compare clearly you would know say difference in the margin here then very wide it way na Yewura John Dramani Mahama etransi din no say hwe bia o man no asaya kwa akoduru na even no exchange rate dollar and Yewura John Dramani Mahama na say na you force a little over say 4 cedis meboa but currently you saying over 12 cedis it is a wo hwe sa nyoma we nyina exchange rate dollar to CD, o share unemployment rate, o share inflation rate, o share fuel prices, o share the corruption index, o share sanyoma we na hu hia say Yewura John Dramani Mahama san yeden eba because currently say o share omo pre so mo be president of Ghana. Yewura John Dramani Mahama eni obi a okra experience a baby o minor titia pansama kwa koduru no baby o minor direction o minor kono si yenye obi o experience na ye kase ye be try experiment oh yenkoso we hwe a I think say bedru baby no Ghana be so difficult to the extent say agi say ye nyina ye to free Ghana ha me pa what you say
what new when former president John Dramani Mahama edibeba ebe ma etimi atene nyema ya kasa ase nyina betimi atene no amana be ye se de wo se eye
yes in your money nyina nyoma bebre e wo na akwema na so wa make a lot of speeches wa make a lot of promises or they assure Ghana for say afi we ye to aba mana or the san hye ni nyina begu kwem ama Ghana ye economy ne ya say no anyane ntoma pa ye den efra ebi ni the 24-hour economy Yewura John Dramani Mahama a promise Ghanaians me pacho what you say 24-hour economy no ade bia Ghana since say Ghana ba so no government bia nye den introduces our policy ni bi den eda na 24-hour economy no obi be say de ade hye bia Ghana ban and I say ye to abayi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama this year oba ban mu a ode ba beto ho ama edwumakuo ene edwumayefo nyina ye den allogi on to this policy said ye be ya ebema aban netimi afa nipa bebre edwuma me pacho what you say na kwan a obeye no na bi ni say oba obeye de obe introduce calibrated meters say oye edwuma o try o call 3 shifts 24-hour economy ni nyina say edwuma na 8 + 8 + 8 so oye edwuma 8 hours I was say the next 8 hours obi so bash another shift then the third shift so there is a first shift second shift and a third shift me pacho what you say ebeboama aban no anase Yewura John Dramani Mahama ba aban mu a obetima yeden I employ amanfo na ade a de wo ho ne say this calibrated meters no uye adwuma enwumre anase wo extend beyond the normal 5 p.m. na we electricity bill anase wo tariffs a wo tua no dada no eso be yeden ebekofo. It is a 24-hour economy, a less cost of production.
Okay.
Me pacho what you say. Ahanti, and on NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, anti as you say, even chobas operate the 24-hour economy. Now we hear obi also economic messiah. Akufo-Addo ejino. Say ombra mbe solve Ghana economic challenges. Otimi gina podium so ekasa asemu ya. Na also who say Ghana no NPP for asan hwa yeden atu egu ye NPP for yeden etwa yentro because even if you can't understand a simple policy of 24-hour economy na hu hia say Ghana for nyina yeden ekosa lie eto aba eyi say den mampanyima obeyeden ubedi yenim ebiew so wo hwe
but me actually we that 24-hour because it looks as if I said you're okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm Chemun and Timmy May. I'm on for incident because people still argue that before 24 hours now, former President John Dramani Mbeka, people were still working 24 hours.
No, you see, that's an only mistake. Who say at the Pabia neighbor and when it challenges. And I hear John Dramani Mahama Tanasi, and who's a 24-hour economy and a game changer. It's no meaning say. NPP for Omomontias and a fana NPP for
Omomontias
and this for the TSA and been a church was say a 24-hour economy a been see that so can say a choba operates 24 hours and tisa Michel say who say policy biano say who formulate policy there is a policy rationale okay sorry preko pese
sorry
I'm made this say badabi okay. The objective here is to create more hot employment for Ghanaians because I know it's a osha.
Is it learning from what happened previously? Because previously employment was so something that we need to be right to home. I'm talking about Mohammed's time. Because,
No, you are mistaken.
I'm not mistaken.
No, you are mistaken.
I am not mistaken.
No,
there were times there were situations that people were employed but they weren't paid.
No, my brother. I didn't know. There be when you say that.
I'm talking about teachers. I'm talking about
Seba workers not being paid. NPP, this current government. Because and I so be me and no bet my friend testify. Okay. The NAPCO ebe dada Ghanaian youth. Okay. NAPCO 700 cedi margin. What about university? Every national service now also obey NAPCO. No man 700 cedi. Say no so.
No, and they see and we see be free munti or there's something that is coming now. Bet me
and no me there be the obetu amafo ka no. Me person me kire say in share for bisa me about share for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Adeba. And I kire say me endorse much of first one say 24-hour economy. And the policy rationale behind that is to create employment for the youth. Okay. Because so we share so we compare unemployment index, you know. Mahama's time, Baumia's time, you know, said this time unemployment rate then it was so that's the policy rationale to create the jobs. Okay. And now Ochra will say the ways of creating the job and that's a 24-hour economy. Quite obe first one say Obema ejumaku e Ghana kwan. Say look, I've introduced this policy. If you are interested, come and log on to what? This policy. When you log on to this policy, this is what I'm going to do for you. Maybe we am one. So we extend we juma equal beyond 5 p.m. Electricity tariffs are utiano ebeden ebeba form. Okay. 2 ulogi ona abainu disika beshe we juma nim am wetimi ayeden atre washim ama wetimi ayeden I employing Crawford den bebre. It is here John Dramani Mahama with all the experience that he has. E can say same way then it's difficult. Okay. My brother, as my children me want here. What here? It is original baby can say 24-hour economy na entiasia me pacho jo me MPP for na kasa. Ghana for atiasia. And Ghana for and number 2, in share for fry yera John Dramani Mahama Adeba ne say. Say ne wo hwe yera Akufo-Addo. His Excellency Akufo-Addo. Ni di ni do so ntia na ne bona yedi fa cheme. His Excellency Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. So we share the ecosu sisi ya. Now,
Bobia nam de Baumia bebata.
Did say the Baumia bata when they say, Oma ko yin say, Akufo-Addo di neba. Economic messiah. Ghana say,
Oma musu nim the role of the vice president.
And you know the Becca say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate was exposed. Me na me ka share na no. And you know no ka so ba obesisi schools amazongo communities. Me na me ka share na no. And you know, I say, Bobby, National Cathedral, men, I'm a question Sabono. San your money in a man, I'm question. It say, make a son of there be say, Proyene Cosono. Let me make Proyena Cosono. Proyena Air Cosono. Odia Nimu. And you know, one the Codinas a podium. Deputy me one of woman Tama Usho, who projected economic corruption index. Say, first one, Mills stroke day.
And the first
one, yes.
But the Akina Kufad.
Oh, they're being your Mumma. It's a bioman. A bios is already share. You're a John Dramani Mahama de Bana. Say, no, shall call a flash staff house. Presidential staffers in almost getting to 1,000.
Okay.
Share ministers are Ghana. Share Ghana or Maya, see a tree. But the ministers are door swama. See, I can't ministers VA to mu use ni fuel or mu use bomwa. It be cry confanochi.
Okay.
Confanochi
me
no, me pacho me ba. Oh, let me pacho. Abai me establish what I say. Akufado abai way abai.
It's mobile differently.
Yeah, bad. You
are saying it to your lawyer.
I'm telling you.
Mobile differently.
And yet me person me trust. Let me quote. No, relax. Let me quote. Yeah, bad. The number of ministers here, we are John Dramani Mahama. As your Bobbetti, the number of ministers. So, and I
don't believe politicians because from Fourth Republic, many Fourth Republic Day. From Fourth Republic, we continue to the streams. That's why I don't believe politicians.
And then okay, NDC is different from the other political parties, especially MPP.
How different?
How different? They say, Emrebia. NDC wa buy muno. We make sure say most of our top policies you deliver. Emra and NDC. It is a corruption index to na many agent. Oba debt rate statistical service, they will provide you with the data. Oba unemployment rate, they will provide you with the data. Intina corruption index, they started from Mohammed's time. Mills and Mahama, Atracia Bessi and Ne.
Okay.
But what I say, it is how compare. You can never say NPP, NDC is like NPP. NPP for no mobile. A bosh akesi. And Omada da Chantra, Manahopo Chromic and intro.
So basically, Monsieur sorry about
what to be saying. It's a name, a GDL crack for Moka, sorry, cry, or Sinakopon. I could find a Baumia Bomendiso, and I will show more. But what I say, ye ba atro any say ye ndi no kre politics mo a NPP de omo ye muden omo ye mu champion enei kra sa wo hwe omo free SHS a eya na omo se omo di aba and omo free SHS parents are paying more than first na omo say odo be ekoskwa obetua no. All right. But what I say ene utua awofo a omo su
Mate. You're right,
John Dramani Mahama. He's the 24-hour economy. Oba number of ministers in this so uncompleted project and they osikejeta market man santimai. Phase 2 nakaho.
Okay.
And on otiha and ye beji jiska. Say ye kwaye konfanochi, save konfanochi. Okay. Minia otiha na oti say ye be dey. Ye beji jiska say ye be save konfanochi. Ebieu otiha na central market ma eco demonstration say omo market na yeden akaho me pa chwa tia say nti say ka party a osheba on this one then right. You would clearly know say
what remember na me yensan former president John Dramani Mahama torna okonum da some of the statements in me dedo one of such na the two gan say o say no dey nka okona ho mjin wa be serve o man na wi na okona ho mjin but Oja party ni ma MPP for kwamo de party ni fashion na for kajo. Former president Sambra na beji na nye Ghana no oja no hono. Ena mo MPP for mo yeni. Mote sansem ya. Doesn't it discourage you? E mumu hu say Ghana for no aye carry say ye de ye nkyere ho ye na tumi no we ho. E be yi mo afiri ho na eye NDC aba.
Maya Motoso Kessi and say Ghana for no muti, any John Dramani Mahama. Could you be full be a fin war by the Aken Komoya Yedi Ibiaki Bidino Kwan for Froso?
So experience.
You see, yenim said ye gym fiticity. Ghana ni bia woti ye nwumiri no. Yenim so casting the mind back about 7-8 years time. 9 years time anu John Dramani Mahama wo hono a onim situation na oman yi ewo mu ansa na MPP eba omu remfi no ya no omadwe ye omu se bia ye refi ono ankasa wo so aka se Ghana for de enche ni refi asem na minu ye bobo ne ma bebre so na minim se nko hokra John Dramani Mahama nim de tia na ni abre very easy to find. So person who do John Dramani Mahama person will be twaso ya. She the last days in office adia wo ye. See am for na kire dem twaso. Ye to abetia owura John Dramani Mahama wo ba bi free aban mu. Ade betia me na free aban mu no sign contracts. Contracts ni bi o sign ye eye enyina bauxite deposit. O sign ye o de ma extinct cubic eye no nua dia. Over 500 billion worth deposit of natural resources. Yo, man, we there. Dollars, not in terms of cedis. Sign, yeah.
Possibly if she signed it on the legal grounds, what is wrong with that?
Well, you be jama Ghana for no ajaje.
Okay.
Samiti na Ghana for to Obama me na me mampeni. Na me di me term nyina wie. Me di me vice president 4 years. Ma be di president another 4 years. Na se me hunu se me di o maja pade bebe obi kopim si ato aba tia me. Ade tia mi firi aban mu sa fe na me tam o manager pade dia ma mi nua ne yesi emra kwan so no fa so ye nti no waya Ghana fo no o mu tie no a ene owura John Dramani Mahama se wo mo nsan koto aba ma no yesi amfo no ene kire ne nto aso
some kasa then this you also have a case with you, especially in 2008. Now former President John Nejekunku and also signed some documents almost by this spoke against most mobile free abemu and I'm going to sign those documents. I mean, media metimi cite example the actual. It is all documents here. With the wadama kama mi flow ya because need no flow pa. To questions now. Yes, flow definitely you flow.
Very well.
Because maybe some questions because a friend is saying this salary. Friends say buy what should I?
Aketua
those times it raised to a higher percentage.
Aketua ye too di Ghana for.
Too Ghana for.
And they say
no what said you me cancel more can yen.
Okay.
Say sikano we use we and na wasn't sign krata say yen to Aketua na obai na wo ba no be dey piasa aka.
Sa single spine ne ho ne ma ne aye ho sise nyina wi. Ne aye ho sise nyina wi. And they ya me no ka say NDC for ka mampani for papa o maba ombo owura John Dram omobo mampani kufo edin we hu no. Enti
different from
you see
the
compare aban a wono no aye Aketua ntumu e di ama ne nkrofo. Ne compare aban a de betia me na firi akonwa so no o sign nyina bauxite e de ma ni nua extinct cubic e na e ba ya begie bi de si interchange watermali no na NDC ye party bi a wo mu ani nwu ade sankomo we kedi kwaso so mu dibi enye no nko an wo ye you kita oil basin ye sign the my company bi e fe heritage oil you can find any pakra ye ne dia ni nua no mi no wo mo dia na wonim se owura John Dramani Mahama wo ye sa de no wana nyini da so beba be pre Ghana konwa biu ko nye
no akọ one temper
you see wana nyini da no mo nim se nka NDC fo benya obi e de no akọ ato o makontu so ba mo ko pim ye no wo mo anya obi a enti you see in the midst of blind people one eye man is a chief and no masa akọ no na sebe wo bi a wo san wo maja pade de mawunua no and now se wo yensa nto aba man compared to obi ono no ba ya wo se wo man no agapade no me de bewe school fo nkoda
oso anya experience
na at least akwada no enya bia experience ne krono experience se bia ne de osensa de man ni nua no
how can this is a krono
and a host of others minua wonim NCA so ka papa bi efe no tetetevi wo kai sika wo mu different NCA mu aye prosecute wo mo and a host of other people wo kai ba ko bi the Boniface no yeah no me refi omudin kakra but it had to do with NCA omo dada o man so omo koto security gadgets be for communication there hui eno mudi sika no a host of other sika under the administration of Owura John Dramani Mahama, and Kofu di no kwa, some of them were prosecuted, and then ye train wo maso, it is uncommon the enemy nim krase minuano, obeko. Na minuani we no okoka ministers sem. Na and also na nwanwaso okọ. Mu abemu na Ghana na regions ni 10. Mu appointee minister, substantive minister, SR appointee vice for all the regions. Ye ba ye regions no say yes e bia ba beka ho. Wonim see any deputy regional ministers. Bepem ne. You need deputy regional ministers.
But that is how ruler or say ministers in the door.
You see, Minia, so we check Owura John Dramani. This issue has been settled already. It has been settled. Ministers yomuyi woma we mono. Edo so change ministers yomuyi adwuma sisia. Chenka MPP aban so betimi akase. Enso ye pa adwuma me nkrofo aye. Te region bia na yenyi deputy ministers. To the sense say baby kra no ye mienu. Any nyuma bia no ye mienu. Ye ba ya ti so say hu. Ye say region bia na ye ma substantive minister. Eno ano no. Okoka nkrofo so omuyi adwuma wo Flagstaff. This issue, it is settled to the extent say be you bia wo ye adwuma wo efikesim hu bia no and the government appointee. He knows this. There are people, say MPP, there are people who are working there, they will still be working with the next government differently constituted.
No matter the
party
or free.
Yes. And see, a hawk radi and any class was walk. Was it 24 hour? Meaning I saw him baby a chassis free. A chassis free, you buy a basic mortuary at the Yaman Cremofo. Then Cremofo say, what do you mean? Owura John Dramani Mahama Kura them by. Oba so nim de osabekan o say ye bebubo nkukobuo de odon de ba besesa o man ni say ye bebubo nkukobuo ni ayen nkokọ enketenkete we ye feature de ode besesa o man no ene nkrofo say eja asa wo ya pentakraboa sem dudu bre bia na o na enkonfem ye di sika ko wura mu ye hu bebi a efaaye opani bia ye fe no agam Roland Agambiri wo beji ye sika twitwiri di so de kosi Agam City so kaye a sika ama ehu ayin so ama bepemene Yeah, see afedi enkukọ. Ye so mu Owura John Dramani Mahama saku wura dem bae. Na nsen ya de obekan wo se enkremufo holidays no oba we de bi beka ho. Ne policy a wo de ba no. Ekoduru ba bi kura de ne policy a na eye the greatest policy a ye de ye anwum kura ye wo kada ye. Na sebe wo ba beji wo man ya ba besesa wo man sebere. Ni esifa wo policy a wo de ye nwom ama to nkrofo tirim na ye se bi moto ukada nkrofo ba bi twa ye nka se nye na emomu sise wo policies ya wo de de emu odene di kan eno kra na nka de ye nwom ama ya to bi na ka tirim wo wonim se ho na firi ya kopim se afa de ye se 24 hour economy na minu ya basic economics e de na be mu obi aye adwuma ma ade ache VIP station wo hui nyo bi na catch home so omunye adwuma ma de enchi
Also formalizing.
Adie mo obi ye adwuma ma de enchi there's no formalization
or the
you see minua a demand
okay
obi betena se ya adwuma ma de enchi a demand edwa egu no so na kire so wotena se ya ma de enchi ensi tetela ni wo ho na enkofo adwuma gu no so na de enchi no mo ba beje wotena se ma de enchi demand na kire enti untumi nkase me ba na ya sise adwuma na bia ba no pa na bia ko without e de na be ma bia ko anopa ma bia ba enwumere e demand na de na de ba e general economic arrangement e ho de wonko ho e ho de wonim hunim de na sise ye be na wo be ye wo sikasem mu ama economy no aye yie na nkofu anya sika de place an equal reciprocating demand na man nkrofo nso respond business world now responded to the demand no by working overnight. Eti yenkosi mfimfini ye ntwa hu se me man nkrofo aye adwuma you have to start from somewhere. Se me ba economy no say na me be ye no me ye ni say sika sem be kosoro me ye ni say inflation be ba from me ye ni say disposable income e be kosoro disposable income kosoro pe the purchasing power of nkrofo no be kosoro eti be mo mato ade mo omo to ade mo a omo mu provide services ni product no they will have to do 24 hour a year. And yes, so fitting ya no adwene ya say bia ye te o manum ye nim hwenti no wa ba be ka say be 24 hour economy but when there's no demand one be kwa kwetena say anajo so wo ye adwuma na wo koka say wo ye adwuma anajo a light bill no mate so a e no no nche say nipa no be ye adwuma daytime asaya anajo the obey ne says or heno or ya anajo na say the cost e wo form a oma awia obeba anajo aba be adwuma say dey the cost of power e be conform. So what have you done? It is the same productivity and na ubenya enti ye de yes baby e be fa economy no we were doing very well until baby free suru betwa ba ira hu mamu a enne ye gina mu a yetimi atoto nyoma kakra baby e twa mu you know ya de be sinse wiase a ekumu nipa te se one here
but as a mode no na mode akoye excuse mode twam
minia so nim say ebere bi edu ye ne ye kan asem ye se by June de no obi e won say ka wo ya je adi o. The reason is that so we hate TV na me brother bi adwuma o hospital in New York na efunu an almost sisa no New York abontin so, and in countries like Italy it was worse. South America de na nipa efunu gugu abontin esie ya yema minim say some of those videos no a obitimi wo 3 days na enya ba bi mfa no nkose na yayi na firi soro e de na ba beto fom say no omo de da kwan no ho. That was how bad it was. London, obi kire me lift to be in a certain residential area bi obi omfre Greenwich. What time say lift we near the fafunu nko a. Na ye fa the other one obi wu na de we na e ba fom. Every day ye paki funu free soro ba fom say the exercise baller. E dey asem na Bill Gates e yire kan ye. O say ye be the o ma me yam sese o ma o kura na ye bibirem. Say the o ma setinam sitie no. And we o be wu ti say wansena. And she was right. Ghana kura yesi enya etididi mu no nipa say ne free mu over 1,000 people, 1,000 lives, 1,000 lives. Yesi enya etididi mu kura no no. Enti ade na be sensen ho no ene enipa ye nipa asem so nti wa antwe yi a wo be ka say oh na enye hwe ni ye de boy mo safo yene ene me bia mampani di gu akwan mu ama yelu 1,000 lives pe eno kra make 1,000 mintimi nka pe enipa say apem mintimi nka pe o because me compare baby dia na ye kra de kire say ye nya yetie didim ni nyina no nke ye bo abubuo ene ye hwe sika ene ye ho say no sika sembeto apinti ye nye ne bia minu aka sabre minu mienu nyina sabre kia nenkese nyina pro kiese fom sesi a because omo mu ye no ne nye nipa nten wo mu okay nye nipa nten wo mu na enei obi a wo no atimi agina brane no watoto niema ebepem ne Nigeria not so long ago no omo sanlai no matter fuel all the essential services ne bia nu akwa atwe all the essential products bia nu akwa atwe ebi bo ye den kra oburu wa wunya bi to na se bi se nipa ne kase wa ba bebo man enei hwe bebi a na inflation ne nam some time ago hwe bebi a enei ye dia ba beduru enie maguso a ye koyenim IMF say we have even turned the corner said ye boy ho modern no wo mu kra boy aba so enu ne ye frɛ na ban papa o enye wo bi abra na wo ho na problem bi ani ho so antimi anso kanea okoka unemployment asem woni mo wura bi efen Rashid Pabuo sata mo na ye ayi employment minister mi wo video bi wa ha ebere bi duru ya na empani omamufo so omunya adwuma nya na youth no eco demonstration owura Pabuo be ka say youth no omo ya kwadworo na enkomu kotwitwa sere utwitwa sere na de begu kwan ho a de di kan bi obi ameto koso atwitwa beguo obi abehu se aha de sere wa ha obi ba beto afi wo se abo yi ankase betima asesa abo na de abegu kwan ho enkrofo ebaba beto ebe bi do owura John Dramani Mahama wanka nkyere se ye phone so do so enu nti na kanea no yentimi nso wanka se Ghana for ye charge phone so dodo emabunu ka so omunya adwuma ye wanka se onye magician no njimu fesika nto obi abutu na ne de okosua krofa sa adwuma we wokosua krofa sa adwuma we ya wahu se ne de ye okwa bi e fa so emabunu adwuma emabunu so ye wanka se won de we dwamfunu na sebi obi aye adwuma mfie miensa a won de obetimi tua ne bosome miensa so also won ti ase a mo pa mo nkwa demonstration onu we adwamfunu onsuro sekan na sebi ene de onyani funu efiri ni funu mu dabe ene ne de wo se wahunu akade a obetimi de aka Ghana ama no ayeyie enti sebi wonu an na wonim de wagya na kira wo pa ba befo na Ghana fo no mo hweye ne de wo maso ansuo no maso ansa Ghana fo ni nim se Ghana ye wura bere mu odini mu yeda so wom nanso abanye atimi atoto niema na ye nkwala no da se tu school a ye hwe wo mu ye no aduane mo mu di wo mu hye school atade parents no ho ato wo mu ananka wo mu ni akwanya da se classroom wo betimi akobie ene wo mu kobie wo Ghana fo no ani tua wo kane anka sabre ka ye po program na mi wura wo kofi anu afre wo yire kane a wo ha na kane ni ho wo hunu ene wo nye call no bie wo nye call no bie na Ghana for ba beja we nyina to ai ba be fa wo ayeto abetia wo anu atam ma agya pade dia ma wunua krono fita a wo bia ni tua minyi ni se Ghana for be kwa kofa.
Thank you very much. Remember about 2 minutes if you have some rebuttals, then we move on to the
all
next
right
talk.
okay all right miniano I think say to say them di kan you know NPP as a political party when it comes to mastering falsehood say peddling falsehood yen twan trauma Ghana for ye ho toye ya sumunye ye de yen ka bibia na yen gya ho nkoda ne de NPP for was afie momo abotire pa e was say momo abotire mu eden pa because all can be about unemployment rate menim be bi onya ne figures if afi de okoti if obi o wa ma na no tini ba bi kura menim say menim enu tini yi de okoti but me ma Ghana Statistical Services Ghana so no de wakote bia NPP by when yakwanya kwhia broni bi nti broni no de okay no so ye de eka now unemployment rate according to Ghana Statistical Services under Mahama na 8.4%. Bipacho what you say under Baumia any Akufo-Addo 13.4%. Iti say okoti figures bia bipacho ya mo bisa say source are okoti makoti mi source iti ono so nya den. You
can't just say Ghana Statistical Service and you think you have made reference.
The figures are there.
Give us the proper source, please.
No,
because am I on one creating 2 million jobs? I don't think so.
No. Say utie ye policy. Say Mahama ba 2020 the promise. Oba 2 million jobs. Oba be even in the music, you might bomb Era John Dramani Mahama. Or say Mahama Oba be den abeye. But what you say? And that election, man, I'm going to for some win this election. But what you say?
Sa kwana na be fa so e be win 2024 so mu dia any e mo anu
Ghana former sumo
any sa kwana e be win
me na afei me e ka 24 hour economy na me can say so because on tiase na oye NPP ni me kan also what tiase still na on person be there but I say na wo VIP station na dey omo ye adwuma 24 hours but adie no policy document and as a policy na kasa no yes say ye buy ye the your friend is saying blueprint nebeto to invite companies and businesses to log on to this blueprint. Meaning say then a money ye so
the basic line is still demand address no say your policy say ye dio adwadi for na ma wo betena say na
me pacho de mami and I say or say two in foot regu Ghana for any say Yera John Dramani Mahama fa den bi mani nua na den
extinct cubic
enya no kre
extinct cubic
oh me ba mami wie eye interchange om ko si no tamale eye box site a mutu no Ashanti region eno me ko si
no what ba fa so say enyina yini de na nya no kre etifa mu nkire mu bia
me nia de mami wie me say sa interchange no si no tamale no enye sike bia era debi okwaje wo han ho na mami bi say mami ka say mi nkyerɛ NPP for by how many years ni it is a era John Dramani Mahama fa company bi amani nua ade no muntimi nkɔkye
ye ji
what you say
no this you are misinforming the
public
hold on say oka say wafa but I think say it's in reverse
yes
meba deputy meba mami 2 minutes until mami make good use of the 2 minutes and then say wo hwe o man bi ti say Congo o president to say afre yewura John Dramani Mahama nua Ibrahim Mahama say ombra no beto box site o muko it say nipa o ye obi a oni integrity a adan na amai foforo to say afre ti Ghana for let me pacho me time because we have last all can say yewura John Dramani Mahama ese wa promise say oba nkoko nkete so wo hwe Ghana poultry ye import ba Ghana krum ha no $2 billion. It's your car odika.
Thank you.
And our council is better.
It's better than a message. 0551-444-933 0551-444-933 Odeba yebekin kai ama some kakraba na menkin kai na
toilet here.
Let me take this one. A lot of them. We say good evening. Kessben TV doing very fantastic job. Kudos to lawyer Boating. Oh, please, Mr. Line, Mr. Wadaruma. Kudos to Alhaji Che Brobe Ekwabena tell lawyer at Owusu to go back and gather more facts, ideas. Are you sure? Lawyer at Brobin, I think say that is I know you are not panel idea. Good evening, lawyer. How are you doing? I say I'm CT, modest from Brekum, Golden City. Mr. Kufuor's achievement is like audio. You only hear it, but you can't see it. Ghana is bleeding under Kufuor, especially Bawumia, ono Edia Ode Aban. From Lawrence Wacheke Buche, and also EDB Abba at Asenua Assuring Kwandania Unity Oil Filling Station. Good evening, KOD. The establishment of the reconciliation committees by the MPP is important in our quest to break the eight. Greetings to the parliamentary candidate elect for Kwabri East, Honorable Kwesi Jemfi Onyina A Champon, ono Edia Ode Aban. I love the submission of the NPP. Man, fantastic. I'm Frederick Esuman at Takwa. Ono Edia Ode Aban. Hello, Kessben. Or say Mahama and his NDC have nothing good for another Ghana, for Mother Ghana. Any good policy, they go against it. For Mahama, we have witnessed him as an MP, as vice president, as president. What new is he coming to? What new he is coming to collect less one. So Ghanaians should be wise. Let's say big no to Mahama, or else, rough from Boko. Oh no, and so the Odibai. We say good evening, boss. I kindly ask the NDC man how former President Mahama will implement the 24-hour economy at the banking sector. Wilson from Offenso. And so this one says that. Or say good evening to you. I think it is time to pay very good attention to political manifestos before we vote in or accept any legitimate political party in power, because we keep measuring one political party against the other, but yet no long-term policy goals or achievement. My point is that, one, we should be very careful with unrealistic political goals. Two, we should make sure we know the major achievements of any political party before voting in for that party to govern us. Hashtag love, hashtag respect. We Aaron Babako Kokomisa say or Latabia Koshi and also Edia or the Abba and no. Right, let me take this one. Say good evening. Please ask the NDC man if the amount he charged for a case is the same as 2016. Okay. If minimum was 18.15 Ghana cedis, again, 24-hour economy is a demand-driven policy. I challenge him to name a single economy in the world that 24-hour is practiced in every part of the country. Go to Bantama pharmacy shop. It operates 24 hours because of demand. STC VIP operates 24 hours because of demand. And the essential services in a country operate 24 hours. Economy. You are preaching shift economy, but see double track as demonic policy. We free Eric. And so, we say John Mensa, organizer, Côte d'Ivoire branch NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, breaking the 8 for 2024 because he has done a good work for Ghanaians. It is possible. And also, good evening, please. Or say the NDC man, did he prepare before? Oh, please. Look at how he's suffering to explain the 24-hour economy. NDC, license, never again. NDC, okay. Odia, or the buyer, no. But don't ever say somebody prepared before coming here. We'll be a preparation and sana or Bahanum. Thank you very much. We say is 12 greater than 22. Mahama added 22 billion cedis to our debt stock in 4 years, whilst Nana Dankwa has added $12 billion, $22 billion to our debt stock in 4 years, whilst Nanado has added 12 billion in 7 years. Lawyer Ziga succession can be applicable in the NDC School of Ideology. Lawyer Ziga continues to goof in both borrowing and appointment of ministers. The NDC and Mahama was worse in borrowing and appointment of ministers. Kekusi Ejeso Besiase Bawumia. Hey. Okay. NDC. Why lie? Oh, why we Ghanaians, we don't need you again. Maxwell, I have fulfilled him, and also Edian. No. Mr. Host, the MPP man is speaking as if he doesn't stay in Ghana here. Were we not here when Akufo-Addo led his brother took our money through PDS? They took our $500 million, Massa. We will not allow Akufo-Addo to seek a third term through Bawumia. Okay. Also, Nidia or the Aban. Good evening, Kyodi. Sir Amas. From Jache Bosomtwe, the former President John Dramani Mahama himself cannot explain in 24 hours because it is a fallacy and Ghanaians should reject him. My regards to the incoming Vice President, Dr. Osei Yao Educhum, and also Ediem Enono. We say I'm Sylvester from Ntotroso. Is this NDC man trying to tell Ghanaians that school children, including SH children, are going to run night shifts? Okay. Well, let's see what a 24-hour economy brings. Then we say, good evening, sir. The MPP man should stop blaming former President Mahama. If all that he is saying is true, why don't they prosecute him? From George Frempo, former MCE, Ashanti came north. And President, they already prosecuted this or immunity. Tell the NDC man that the propaganda of former President Mahama and his NDC will not bring any meaningful impact for Ghanaians to vote for Mahama and his NDC. Hi to my wife, Dora, Asu Chiao. Previous regimes, they said the NDC 24-hour economy is one of their not feasible policy. Likewise, one-time premium, they do all calculations on blackboard. At the end, slap Ashanti region with capitation. Previous regime ministers took double salaries. How did that issue end? Okay. And also, yes, you can keep your messages coming. Can come a punch. Said the Nika Kaimetrema ama lawyer Ohine ama Kwabena Owusu Dankwa. Now let's go to the corruption perception index. Me de hon sem kakra to tuga. Na mpachomo sam project mamena afi yenhwe said ye amanfo de scoreboard no ebeto edwa no say ena scoreboard no etie mesan esisu ede amamo the corruption perception index of Transparency International now say 2012 Mills Mahama administration Ghana score 45 2013 Mahama administration 46, 2014 Mahama administration 48, 2015 Mahama administration 47, 2016 Mahama administration 43, 2017 Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration 40, 2018 Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration 41, 2019 Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration 41, 2020 to 2023 Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration ni nyina 43. This time I'm sure say free a year. Lawyer, Boating, Mesha say for free this time, Nafi. Yenhwe. They say, the scoreboard never 200 ma.
Yes.
Obedient to me in 50%, to be frank, which is your grading is school system, a far below average.
Yes.
But we are fighting over this. Two political parties, and as a man focus away at the under the NDC administration, we must look as MPP for an idea. Let me take on that.
You see, Midia, Amanyofo ne de yeba yebetwe no sereni abasa. Lebom. To be honest with you, personally, I have come to the conclusion say enema be miensa bi. Me mfa nya amanyosem.
Bine
unemployment, fuel prices, and corruption.
Adenta.
A frequency minting pencil or my abai bia wedi Ghana kunya so no. These three things here the bonechi.
Fuel prices,
yes.
Unemployment,
yes.
And corruption.
If you come in pencil. Or my bia every government bia political party bia either in a military or civilian rule, the story has been the same. The lesson actually say see this uncommon was he elevating above party politics.
Okay, near holistically.
Yes. You didn't command so mine. And yes, sir. The bia no sabi bes and koto bia yachi egu bokiti bi mu wo hu ye be wada ye ho a ne enunu ye ho asere ne ye gya hokọ at the end of the day na oman no si the esio.
So how do we take it?
See, I am not particularly happy about figures no eba no. Se o mamba pa no minyaya na nke se ketasihye kura de ye ka Ghana ye yi efiri mu a ye nka ho de ye ka bepe no no. Ne mum he de ne ye kokokokokwa na ye nso yidin bom. Se difference ni ye mienu, se ye miensa, se akosoro kakra, se aba fom ni nyina no figure no e wosoro. Yetumi ye hu bibi ma ne ba fom a ebua wo ma no nyina. And across board, MPP, NDC, there has always been a perception of corruption. The other side is that we keep calling it perception, which means, and yet, an actual occurrence of corruption. Because corruption, no, you're proven in the law court.
Yes.
It is only after the verdict of a court of competent jurisdiction you can say, yes, the fact stands say, assume si ana wo benten wabokro no ana wa yeketa asese perception ne koye de o manfo do wo mu ne yedi dwa edwene and wo mu ye research no will tell you and miniminu ya luckily for us ye nyina ye teacher for ye kira de you will see say research response wa be nya from a population no especially a social survey it is never cast in stone. I thought be even the emotions of the respondent at the time you solicited the views, you know, a matter. So as I could see any panua when he's relaxed, he's probably heard some good news and he's happy. Or when his wife has even cooked the good food for him, and you ask him the same question, his response may be different. But that is typical of social survey.
Something
see, it's me cry me say your perception, say your real, na say perception anyone na day. We can achieve it.
Yes,
we can achieve it. So what say you two anamo? Now be want say yeka manyofo no ye the bobo. Say MPP na wa ba mu a ye kind of different. NDC na wo mo nso e kind of different. And then minu ya wo be ma na kwanya ama na ba be ka say wo ba be ka say Jubilee House and the ho na krono aba na bo. But we say perception index. We say omo ankasa yi omo de kan ho no. Ye fra no a public sector.
yes.
Population in a public sector. We are not even talking about the political population. We are talking about the whole public sector of the country. Approsi for kan nurse for kan obi awako hospital isusu si eji disika ansa na nurse ni ko je card ya bere no obi osusu se ne wo se ko hu obi ansa na ye ma na hu doctor dem obi a wotwika osusu se prosi ni bi agi disika ni kwa so wo je no we nyinada e ka ho obi bi awako akoye adwuma bi osusu sa wo sa ban tua ne ka na you know wo so okofa ba bi ansa na ye tua ne ka. All these things constitute the opinion of people on sa perception here. Ye ka ho asemi. Enti ye ka sabi ye ni hu nkomo te said ye amanyoko bi ana wo mampani a wote akonwa no so no na sabi wode wo man no sika egro atopre. Na mum ye hwe ne se wo manfo a wo mu ye adwuma ma wo man no including the technocrats. And across board ye nyina ye nim se eto da bia ankura ne wo mu nim di ankasa wo adwuma no wo mu ye no a wo mu ne direct politicians no to da bia wo ko hwa ne ma esi wo ho no nyagoro but ye ya ne dia koto politician na boboa no as if say politician no na sebe ye kan so ye nyi politicians ni mfiri mu politicians no become onye o mu nyina e bi ka ho ye kan wo mu ye adwuma ewo aban ekueku bebi bebre wo mu nyina eka ho na menua de ema miminya hotoso eye aban ye baye anamo a yetumi etu afa ho
afa corruption.
Yes, yetu anamo no ni nyina menua obehu no say ye wo opposition ye say Ghana for bo say ye ba apart from the office of the Attorney General no ye bepe an independent commissioner woman so be to me I investigate normal prosecute corruption and corruption related offenses. Ye ba ye dey say yo yaye the special prosecutor's office.
Yes.
Yes, ebinu mu antumi anyo. Obi kura anya akukuduro. Yebusa obi se wo Mampani John Dramani Mahama wa je bribe da. Sa se onu kura wantumi anya no. Ye ba ye.
Enye krokodo John am ye. Say ma she that office say be wohonum say ya take Ghana for say at office but again na office of the at least in my
say me nua say what say owo fa hodie a wo ye na dwuma wo di cases court.
Yes.
As to the number utimi we need no another conversation.
Okay.
But the politician no what's here no boss I say ma Ghana for say ba you be show the political will no we have done it. And the office is there. Office ni ye adwuma you see am no kasa nkofo bebre aye investigate wo mo in that office. And that was a bold step. And na make us say ya no bi antumi anyo. If it's wo mo akra ye busa Mampani ni say waje bribe pen no wantumi anka ho wantumi ansa wo because that time no bi a wo ye ekwan one of the corridor roads, cutting from one side of the country to the other. What about Beji buying contract? What about the car the Bre Mampani Beji contract no koye? Na enye journalist yo ko hwe mu ya wo de ho asem betu dwa ebusa se no wura car no we ya so media car presidential when at that time no where a code of ethics the amount minister say so obi kura be che o hampa menye. Now we would any more was set example.
Full of cars.
You see, you bet me I say car no any part of the buy into the ma ye dey aban adwuma no e ma no ana. Okay. Wahuru. Enuti no no went me an country BBC say obisa say as a president or as a person went me anya no. Ye ba ye no. Ye say office of the special prosecutor ye. Ya fans wo. One of the big issue in fact the cutting across even in some jurisdictions e yo ma kono no person o mu ye bi o mu ntumi nye ye the RTI bill no. Right to information. Yade so genuine. More media people cry the number more to the crowd. Because the realm of the fourth estate the media no. One of the threshold any grown non pa mu here na mu di jina so di mujuma na mu di no. Hey RTI, how do I get information? Because when your information no journalist work no wo ye ne say ye ba ye ayatiti commissions any ade Asante region hebi wa region bia ebi wo ho a wo mudi dwuma wo ko ho a wo benya information no wo ko no man fa ma wo pe there's a procedure wo fa so a na wonsa aka these are niema nkakra ya ebetumi enei we are mooting the idea say ye de asset declaration laws ebeba yaban bia ntu na mo ye ba ye this ankomo no den ye de ba eno so eba beboa enti ni nyina nwie peyo se eye perception o se ye real o sebe se
tu anamo
ye tu anamo wahunu na ye nye complacent nso se e ba ye no ya lay the legal basis no yetimi taking over from there enti ye ja no ho there bi ye gusua the law on unexplained wealth ye hwe se ebetumi de emraba na obi enya no ho say tam ne hu bebi a ne sika no firi no wo se ye mra ene lakuna bi wo mra no na special prosecutor ede mami ko won mra wa bre no hu afi kura de em se wo hu eye the lacuna in the law wo hia ban a wo the political will wo de be ye ne ye di hu komo a ye ba be you nti eye nkakra si ye na wo manfo no a wo mo so ye aban dwuma no so mo amwa ye ndia ne de bia be tena de ati o minua they be the blame no to the doorstep of the politician. Our figures will keep being as it is. Because here we are approach for district assembly hono and yema a course wo here we office of dear financial clearance the technocrats there lands commission obi ko register na sase se bi wo ko no wantua sika we enkofa no fa akura emre no when there are statutory fees I was say wotua wahunu wan kosi obi so awadwuma no enko sa niema we na coordinate into the perception index no okay se binya se ebia Mampani ne na kachi no wakotan wo man sika no wotisu gate mamufuo no baby a ye adwuma.
But the government has a role to play, possibly beyond the policies and other rules and regulations.
How far can your law be from the people and their lifestyle? And shas yim free yemu. See, you could do a bruchiri, na se be proceeding ujina kwa hono, or no yesika no washa. ade na ye ntumi nye bi ti se kwese de bia ye de blame no beto politician no doorstep ano dia ye bekoso atena ye ABC mu saa o because ye can when I was reading it I was happy with recommendations here omaye they are talking about conduct of public officers bill wo mo hwe se yenye bi na emeboa afin so mo se bridge the legal gap necessary for prosecution of selected corruption cases and also special prosecutor ne attorney general ne the ekeka ho wo mu guso yoko num nyina any serious fraud office wo mu nyina eguso a wo mo ye ba kunso no woka about the court system na abehwe aben ye ba baby a ye pushing resources pa into a court system because you say cases no kogu a eche hwe Major Mahama a case hwe time we sha ase every time we yetimi enya conviction ache there are some cases bi we sha ase na miniminu ya na enya me lawyer and ne yaba bi o kra na enwo ye yaba lawyers a ene ye na handle sa case no ache na hwe fa na etise ebi bo say hu nyina tete it is still in the system wa ye hwe ye ba ye ya sha ase ye pilot a very important the e-justice system no asa ase wa kra e ho na ye pilot no a bibia ye electronic file case na electronic in fact commercial courts no kra de o mo de no ye procedure no ya average no ama case etimi contem en kakra ye gusu aye ye said ye be ya enko ye se case kokot we che dudu eno so ka ema wo bi kra ti baby a business person that were interacting with your system no had you say Ghana kra de onya case na kokot a se bi wan kotam sika amfa nkomoti mwani bia unya you know and also for me part of the perception
yeah.
When we say no man food inkomo ma dwom say sika na de ko Ghana court then na saa de ne bae people like Owura John Dramani Mahama and then the lawyer shia ya o catch them say judges wo muti wonyina ye MPP for Supreme Court judges for from unanimous FC because wa call or the case ya call amo no ntimi improve the case ya bona semenegu into wo ye unanimous FC international community no muti into wo tepe it will go into the corruption perception index na mo amasa asuma lawyer Chapman no asa betena ha no aba be kase adentina corruption index no enkoso na every fisa Owura John Dramani Mahama wutina simpie so at the international level catch the NDC lawyers say mo ba be replace judges no more with NDC judges. Can this be coming from somebody who wants to lead the country?
Anyway,
no biti baby say be na adwen ye say Ghana there you need a political connection to win a case from court because it is coming from people who are leading us.
All right. You like first na membra mesa ba ho.
Eti minua enye ye nyina ye futuo na ye nyina ye mfa ye efforts enwura mu se bi so obi koye ketasihia si wono na wono ohene dawo so wono na ohene kra no kodawo Ghana mra no enye adwuma emfa wo so woye politician emfa wo so woye sofo emfa wo so woye nananom atena nkonwa emfa wo ni dibre Ghana mra no enye ebinum ahwe amana ye na de na bibre mu ha de nansi ye kan so eni da so wonsan you ye kan ye omo say omo ereti sub-Saharan countries no a emu be wo mo gu ya chi do so pa anje se ye kra de abo e ho modern kakra demom ye mfa mo ye ho safo yes in fact we are even better than South Africa we are countries bi o ma bodin we are better than a lot of them of sub-Saharan Africa now so America to ni enko hedi odi akire ni enka se obi kura wo machi ye nim na wo se ye hwe na ye de be ma.
Let us see. If ex-President Mahama says he wants to resign, and reign Ghanaians are begging him to come to rescue us, all because apart from there's nobody capable in NDC who can be president. What an insult to the party. He should give us a break because he does not have anything to offer the country. Yabuating Ewu Kumasi and Odiwe Abba. Good evening, lawyer. MPP. Are they serious with their breaking the 8? No wonder. Reviews mean cancel. Bravo, NDC man. Don't pray. Brekusu ekrapim ena odiwe aba. Look, what you learn from Kobreso Asante Maye is very hypocrite. Because when MPP failed, they always say they are the same, which is not. Oh, Sir, okay. Masam now try and mention that anti. Good evening, lawyer. We say the lawyer has spoken well with vivid explanation and sound argument. He's always on point, addressing the issues case by case. Ej Takrade. Omi lawyer so ntiemudi hena wokan. Oh, MPP propaganda will lead them into opposition. I'm Obed from Manso Yaukrum and all the way. By good evening, Mr. Host. The MPP government has nothing to offer Ghanaians because the West of Mahama regime is better than Anado Baumia government. Lies become a social intervention for this government. Ask them, where are the 16 modeling schools, high schools, which Dr. Mahmoud Baumia promised to our Zongos? MPP never again. Aziz Hammer from Nima and also Nediaba. MPP communicators. The MPP communicators are saying nothing, but the educated version of Abronye is empty, just like his paymaster Malam Baumia. Tag the shoulder of lawyer Chapman for me. Okay. I'm not sure here or the Abano. We, as a study, this NPP government is always surrounded by controversies. How do you prove that one? Tell the MPP man that we, the medical lab scientists, are suffering. We have not been posted. Why? We are bleeding. Osimi Musawu, lawyer, Boating, Abano. In fact, the MPP man talks very nicely and factually from Wafa Joe of Dantono in the Sunafo South. Okay, then good evening. The one preaching 24 hours economy is calling for a 24-hour honeymoon. I don't trust Mr. Mahama. He says this today, he says that tomorrow. Ghanaians should vote for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia on December 7th. It is possible. And also, say NDC, with their lies, will they come to power and reduce the price of fuel, forgetting that it's global? Mahama should spare us from promising heaven, and because that is what is left for him to promise. Could you, Bichim, and so Eddie and Kessben TV, you are doing a very fantastic job. Kudos to Lawyer Boatin. Lawyer, thank you. He is one of the outstanding, seasoned and astute lawyers. In fact, I always love his submissions. I beg, with all due respect, I will be happy if I get his contact. Ghanaians should remember that Mahama and his notorious demolished criminals have nothing to offer us, especially his 24 hours economy. From Edisi Poku, Bremai, and also Edie Enono. Good evening, lawyer. I'm Wafa Buedi. Of Bedu of Kuchi. Mahama cannot do better than Akufo-Addo because Mahama cancelled both teachers and nurses allowance. Akufo-Addo came to restore them. Mahama sent us to Dumso for 4 to 5 years. And Ronaldo redeemed us from Dumso. If the same Mahama, is this the same Mahama we know already, or is the one coming is different? Never again. We on also Edia or Diaban. Lawyer.
Minia.
Corruption perception index. Ghana scored 43 for 4 consecutive years.
Me that's so me akunya no. Se me hwe corruption perception index here wo body so me enyam nwanwa. Enyam nwanwa kire se se wo hwe Yewura Akufo-Addo de happen o ma ho ekwan nyoma o ma ho kwan ma na happen under the administration no. E kire se the man is really corrupt because Emra yes when in as president asembe no kan or say if you want to be rich me ha choto asoma me. Or see, if you want to be rich, join the private sector. Patronye, Yewura Akufo-Addo ne kai. Or see, so we Ghana ni na opese wunye ska. Koye den, ko join den. Private sector, but na ide na ekoso. En ye hu ni sa, anami ni sa na tie. Enti ni sa, ebiewu.
Oh, where we?
Me ba so bet. Ebiewu. Yeah, president aba Ghana since independence. When your friend mother serpent of corruption.
Oh.
And yeah, His Excellency Nana Owusu Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Onu yankasa koyi den special prosecutor. And they omo de bo omo ho asafo hene say ye ba ye ne ye di measures egu kwem ye di nyoma egu kwem ye pese ye say corruption cry ye bin see that. But he had his own appointee calling him a mother serpent of what? Corruption. And chair the current special prosecutor obejina team susu chere nyina be pa chwa hebi o bi obegina TV susuma match the Ghana for say ne ho akire na adwuma ne ye de man no de odi adwuma ne share ne nsa na nkasa kra no corrupt.
What?
Na me pacho mami there be person say osun kire Ghana for say administrate NPP aban be pacho mami NPP aban corrupt. Now
that's not what he said.
And I'm saying me say
problem with the judges.
But man can't say okay be say administration whether the legislature and the constitute the government. No. I have my point because Seka government. No,
it's not the president. It's talking about
I'm talking about the administration. Seka government. No, let me tell you there.
Let's not deceive the people. No, but the okay, no. Can so be soon say aban no mo appointed no cry. But that is wrong. I just have okay. Or say judges need for speech. Na judges no omo Ekufuado. I don't MPP for.
No, mami clarify. Me say government no. And when him say Ghana, and I say Ghana, your constitution, the government, the three arms of government.
Yes.
And I judiciary now say yen to abanyom no. They are appointed. They no. The president appoint.
But hold on. Let me ask a question here. My Musa question.
No.
There now.
Okay.
Me and more time to don't worry at all.
Okay.
Minim say judges and the way they are trained. And then to tia mo femu. Me say emu ebi mu na.
Yeah.
Nobody can corrupt you. Is it easy to somebody to me influence Musa?
Oh, who say Mami can say me show ye nipa and sana ye go into our various.
But you are trained.
We are trained. Na me say ye nipa even as software ene ya ye hu ye na say TB Joshua Christ say we nya baby ko your friend saying scandal say bafa ne ho o hwe ye software anti person say no matter the profession you join nipa sunu but
what kind of say it looks as if it's an indictment on the judges.
Oh, the man make sure say and me tina hanka say judges are corrupt. But person say ye nipa enye den a obi say presenter say wo hoyi. Obi ho discover na onje. Obi so discover na obeye den. Obeje. Obi kura be chesu abeje na person say ye nipa den su. Even we anas ni expose your the buy here. One ebi anya bi yenya bi nti me pese me go back to the point say ye nipa now back to the corruption no me dey go through a lot of happiness in your ma esisi aban we mu a e kire say NPP aban we yet so no indeed the most corrupt government
Ghana ruled the NDC from corruption a cleaning from corruption.
Then make say a cleaning nti na omode index aba me pa what I say index ne ba NDC nya 100%. Me patch what
say obi anya 50 kura.
Thank you. But ebi dey SCB enti sa.
Okay. But ni na corruption.
Ni na corrupt ebi dey dey ko vuo ebi dey ko jam. Every before dey na say o mind kura. Say ye hwe NPP aban here. Ye wo currently NPP aban 2.2 billion conflict of interest bond involving Kenoforiata. Esi wo nanado aban mu. Medical director of Rage Hospital sacked without due process. Esi NPP aban we 10,000 bucks.
What has that got to do with corruption? Somebody was sacked without due process.
No, I'm
what has that done? It's administrative justice.
Let me finish. Don't. Let me finish. Mami,
what's the corruption? Without due.
Oh, deputy.
No, what I'll give you the chance.
No, let me finish. Ebieu, so boss in 5 million liter contaminated fuel. Me patch what I say, when you corruption, you are buying 9 million Ghana cedis spent by a Greek minister to procure fake.
Ghana.
Esi wo akufo adoni ba omi aban mu. Omo time so na see here. Me chire corruption index na se. The ACC ama enei aba ni say. Afen so no 5.6 million Ghana cedis blown in Ghana at 60 March parade. Here come March Ghana 60 nkwano. Almost spend 5.6 million Ghana cedis. Eye NPP for omo national chairman Stephen Intim. He was appointed Lands Commission boss under a repealed law. Me checho in your my Cynthia index no hu ni sa no. E che say NPP na the most corrupt government no. Now Osafumafo appoints 2 sons into top government. Osafumafo eye NPP. Onyaka so then we appointing the 2 sons into government.
Position bay.
No, me interfere.
Now,
now, now under NPP government, current ruling government, Ghana blows $2.5 million on Ghana Post.
What does that mean? Blows 2 million on Ghana Post. What does it mean?
Oma Chedi.
Me pacho.
Really?
Lawyer me pacho.
Mami wie. Usa okasa na Mami wie. 1.9 billion Ghana cedis allocated to presidency in what? 2018. Over 200 instances of what? Premix fraud diversions recorded in what? 2017. Me church onyoma esiwo akufado there.
Enti ama
score. And your score in Amana the most corrupt government ever.
So, Mr. Hold on. What comparison now here who say we are the most corrupt? Or compare with the other regimes who said this is the corrupt, the most corrupt?
Yes.
Why don't you give the figures for other ones? No, so me.
Other ones, they tell me focus.
No, I am not one way.
The says NPP NDC assembly Kameboa. And I John Dramani Mahama against Baumia.
So you bring out the NDC just oppose it with what is happening now. They will say this is how it is.
To me give you instances.
All my instances on those of the ruling government now. It could be Nanka or say NDC dear Senate here, MPP dear say NT. And then the way ride over this one.
So we share corruption index now. NDC we've performed better than NPP. And I may make instance in no matter happen under this NPP government.
Okay.
What you say? It instances na me give you no. It's ebia wo subet mark agents so ebia Mahama time no. Say na here then e see here. Me pacho what you say? Now President Akufo-Addo gifted NPP 5 million for Cape Coast conference. Ni na Ghana yesika o. NPP for. I know. It has happened in the news.
No. How do you prove say Ghana sika?
Oh. Ghana sika na dey.
I say President Akufo-Addo gifted. When I say the government of Ghana, where a personal gift. And how do you prove that a Ghana sika?
Ghana sika no fadi edimo.
How do you prove that?
Me mami wie. Mama no see.
Oh,
no. Oh, me time it. Metromas director. Now say any corruption case about it. So we are aware. Ghana, at the point we lost 1 million Ghana cedis. Your friend said bust. Ushe sika, even GFA.
GFA.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you know, and I question
I
want
what happened?
One can say president Sheni Bottom.
No, there's nowhere president can say
Hey,
president.
unless expose your buy no.
Miss Ro, you can go back. There's nowhere.
Okay, we are on air, correct me.
There's nowhere or can say president Sheni Bottom.
Also president, also they will take over the whole country and even the president is in this packet.
So what does that mean?
I'm not supposed to be
Oh,
na president why then obey GFP.
me bacho hold on.
Obi then obey.
Oh, Debbie, one can say your
On
friend
can say Ghana president Sheni Ghana Bottom da. You carry on.
Mate.
GFP then independent.
Bacho. Lawyer, just allow please.
Wife of Samia Wuku grabs juicy free zones feeding contract. In Yoma Bebre, where you no CEO of Forestry Commission fingered in Galamsey. In Yoma Bebre, GMPC buys 7.5 million property for CEO's former company. In Yoma Bebre,
criminality.
No. In Yoma when now it's there.
Yeah, criminality.
It's in Yoma when now.
Allow
him. It is a share Sanyoma way in current your friend say NPP government are not corruption there. You know, because we had a special prosecutor there. The bomb was for him say and the special prosecutor or bano or ba solve corruption. We had a special prosecutor telling the entire country Ghanaians say Akufo-Addo and his people or Akufo-Addo is the mother serpent of what? Corruption. It is a normal way now. Me and Yamwa. What I say, and Yamwa because John Dramani Mahama, he's tried, he's tested, and say about corruption. You know, say corruption on your corrupt.
Okay, on your corrupt.
He's
clean. John over score 100.
Oh, there be me. Me just say
even on your corrupt there's over 100.
See, because say on your corrupt. But say me say when you compare with what we have now.
Oh, okay. So what do you mean to see what the idea?
See what there was see an aprocra.
That's it. Right, but be 2 minutes now. Or rebut if you have some rebut.
Baby bi wo ho adan kini kwa so okokokra. Ohunu na minua ya no wakwa akoto aminem. Hwe okoka say Martinamidu na describe the current president so mother serpent of and the nay audit TV so ka. Enti it will mean say the Martinamidu be kon man we mu bia ye the religious truth. Enya sa ye mfa na sa. Afedia na Martinamidu aka for Owura John Dramani Mahama ho. Ti e be fa no so say gospel truth. Martinamidu be ka say time wa ex-president Atamios Tiasi or confide in him. Afre no catch ne say. In fact, plane bi a yekoto ye for this Airbus issue yekoto plane bi. E ba ye hu sika ba akukura di etiri bisa wo sese ye de to no so se de e hu sika twitwiri di a Owura John Dramani Mahama. In fact, abrofo no kra ye investigations because of diplomatic reasons they coded their names but everybody knows that he was talking about government official one. So kai sa asem. Owura Martinamidu say President Atamios friend no catch they say in fact ne vice no ade a wo ye no ono akra ne yam hye no wo constitute committee enemu committee no say omo hwehwe Owura John Dramani Mahama ensem mu na onim say eni na he na yehu say Owura Atamios moja free ne hwene mu ba ye hu ka akra de ne tu mu de ne kopie hospital and then ebusuafo ani abre a omo busa autopsy report ebinsi wo Ghana bako se muda say a sitting president ebeti committee say mo investigate me vice na say kra de ebro me so ebinsi da wo ene wo koka de Owura Martinamidu ebeka the committee was constituted ebiesi pen see investigate Owura John Dramani Mahama edina he no Owura no wuye aye nwa de kodi ekun bepem ne obi antimi nkire se ka we de edini tu mo de no ko hospital a sitting president
the autopsy they are omo they know
you see we too we know we too we know now you see yantimi nkansem wa ha but you see at the end of the day Owura no ka se investigate na fofia ntoata ya na ne ya yes ya man kama asem ni owu na ko Owura Atamios timi ase kakra ka the report of committee no ebeba no ke no kra beba ansa na Airbus scandal na brofo no de omo report na ba omo de for diplomatic reason to omo Owura ayidi no ka it will be the first time a sitting president be indicted the vice president na waka chen say there be krono a wo boy de enya de a ubetimi enime aye adwuma ebi si da wahunu na owie ye wokoka corruption sem na mira you see maminyi sa case we kura nchiro Republic versus Eugene Bafuboni papa ba ko your friend William Matthew Tete Tevi ba ko your friend Nana Owusu and sound or something ena Alhaji Salifu Mamina Osman ena George Derek Opon sa ankofu we nyina ye nkrofo a wo mu wi aga na sika NCA sika wo mu ewi aye billions of dollars aye de wo mu court a ye prosecute wo mu a wo mu dem Owura John Dramani Mahama a time kofo mo fa Ghana sika di ye Roland Agambile on se wan oda so ne nam ho Agam City no wantumi ensi o ba ku yi se I saw photo se de ba ku ya mampani kura record show se mampani ka se sika no kura mamuntua ekowi ase ni etua e de ama sa peniri ya na ni dino every mitirim you see eti Owura John Dramani Mahama kura de se ni nkrofo ba TV so ni kwa se o se corruption kura wo mo kofa ba because wo mo kofa ba do mama Ghana for no kakai se ensemesi wo ma we mu pen o ensemu esi pen jida hwanhwani da hwanhwa na eto aso sa wo man sika enkofuo bedi
omo de hwa omo ho se omo de yi omo score no ye better chen mo de
score of what perception me credit on say me public sector perception I am talking about the presidency
Okay.
I'm talking about the presidency.
Okay.
No, we also okoka GFA. Ekobo Owura Nyantachi. Owura Nyantachi was a government appointee. GFA omuni omumra omo international year omo na to aba eyi omo e boss. Na wo de Owura Ankara. Yeah, na papa no me boss no nti ya na me pese meka. Me ni share airport sometime he was very nice to me. He introduced me what say no. Ti ya me kana akwa say he is a very nice man. Obro. Onu no ye sports minister.
Okay.
Ah ye dem ko.
Yeah, na festival na me
E di asem na ebe pie mu. Isi kwan ko kan ka me nka o. Kwan ko kan ka me nka.
Okay.
Mumu ko kube ba ko na ye say. E ko wie asonase MP say wo kai na wono so say sika wo de to diapers we say dey be pampers ya e wo pani Vesankra wan kwan ko sun wo commission na dey sika tuturi dia FM eti baby wo wa ya na ni kwa so na mi ra wo kai say omo she bo say health insurance o metua 110 premium wo kai say asem no owura atamil time un say adua John Dramani Mahama to aso wantumi ayo be pem ne one time premium
corruption.
but
that's it. The most corrupt human being on earth. The most corrupt human being on earth is former vice president, former president Mahama. We're Cyril from Aflao. So nobody is yeah, sure. Mr. Oba no amaokasa no ho ati odaroma because ye kase chairman sign ho ensem no we say we the tizizo MP communicators need serious education about 24 hours economy policy. Even Dr. Mamu Bawumia still does not understand the policy. MPP government led by Nana Dankwa and Dr. Mamu Bawumia and their communicators should have patience for the visionary leader, John Dramani Mahama, to lecture them on the 24-hour economy policy very well for them to understand. MPP government led by Nana Dankwa and Dr. Mamu Bawumia are corrupt this country called Ghana. Basa. Ghanaians should vote massively for NDC and John Dramani Mahama on December 7th, and let's drag the elephant to the bush. Rush, Chacha from Yape in the central Gonja. And so the Odia Brian say and Kenkaima etiefo. I don't know. Good evening, MPP would definitely break the 8 with Vice President Dr. Bawumia. We cannot afford to live in Dumso again under GM administration, leading to the collapse of many cold stores, patients losing their lives at various hospitals, cancellation of teachers and nursing training allowances, bus branding, etc. Come December 7th or November 7th, as proposed by the EC, will definitely lead MPP to victory. This year's election is predestined for MPP to be led by Dr. Bawumia. MPP has done massively well in terms of education. Okay, yeah, mintime enkai ninyina menka for so at the end. We say good evening. My name is Yabrefu Nimako from Takwa Macro. Former President Mahama has nothing good for Ghanaians. He wants to come and bring Dumso to destroy almighty free SHS. Dr. Bawumia all the way. Okay, and also Edia Odiaban. Please tell the MPP man to stop comparing MPP to NDC because we trust them. That is why we voted for the MPP. Kwame Techiman and Ode Abba. Good evening. How many people are standing trial at the court on corruption charges? MDC better sit up. Okay. Sylvester Ahafu in Totrosu say, please, as the NDC man, how many e-blocks did Mahama promise and how many did he complete before he was voted out? And how much has MPP Bawumia, how many has he completed in addition so far? Shame, NDC lawyer, your points are cheap and baseless. Safu Ahafontotroso, God bless you. Okay, then the last one, say, please, this MPP government has made education very unnecessary. I have graduated as a lab scientist without posting, and they don't think about that. Becca Che from Dichemso, and also the Ebano. You didn't see your Breno Asu, Anessa, Sima Mienu. Lawyer, finally, then I'll be trying to Nafe, and sorry you were doing so. Just 30 seconds, Nayanko.
Your friend is
Just 30 seconds.
It's here for any Ghana for a few years election thing. Sorry, now my microphone off. 2024, you name say Babe Tuaba. Yes, share Yera John Dramani Mahama, Imran your president. No more year was Santimem, KGT market, hospitals or CC was a reane, all the project or year was Santimemwa. Now you can say this time around, no, he's an experienced man. I was saying now you're back together, nearly behind him, near to Abamano. Now, Osan Beye, Mampenny, not me the heading in my party, 24-hour economy, and in your power promising Ghana for you now. Odiba 2024.
All right. Like what? Finally,
Minia, say experience be oha ura John Dramani Mahama aya eye chrono experience. Eye wonchendi eye kwani ye befa so a ye be wia wa heda akwa akosua efise bre oti abamu no wosua owia ne ya che no wahuru ne ne ya wono so oba bepe Ghana akonwa edisui na ade be chia me na free abamu no wosese nyinanyini bauxite ene keta oil basin edema Estin cubic any heritage oil ninu yanom so wo mfanko yo mabusua yi no enka ne ya wo be ka resources be ne yemfa nkyekere wo ma no na nka wo ba beto asa ba bepe esuadie no kade ne yemfa nye kopim so wono no baye ne ya kan ne asisui yenkwada yi ekosuku inflation no abafom adwuma abanya tumi create over 2 million. But because of excesses e wo honti no wo kreti kura no a asede wo nye hwe no because de egu akire dɔso abayi gusu a ye toto niema nkakra yes sre Ghana fo mo hwe akɔ mo mutimpo owura John Dramani ma mafiri abamu enkyeye yedim de obetumi ayo na mikura de mi wogidi ese nyankopɔn pamu so owura John Dramani ma amasa betena Ghana kunya so a kane ye sisu acha ye 1 week
medase
edumu a ene age se afida na minu ya ma menchia me MP the Deputy Finance Minister, Josu MP, Dr. John Ampuntu Ekuma, menchia no anadwi pa na fe menchia Dr. Henry Kokofu, the CEO of EPA. Pape, he is such a wonderful man. Okate across the various strata of the party. Yeni ya yewo formui woni yetna, mfimfimfo woni yete. Akasi no munso woni ye kama pa wo bu amenchie wurei anadwi na memano.
Thank you very much. Yabeda lawyer Kwabena Owusu, second vice chairman Ejisu constituency MPP na fiada lawyer Chapman Ziga on your communication team member at the Made NDC and Mary Omo and Rebecca ho a punch jumedi ebro. Yabeda production team na say Kria PC asaribedi akon producer, chief executive producer on the camera or Isaac Ansu Boating, sound no Nana Kwame, director Ajiman Prempe and Afi MCR Isaac Mensa, Facebook your pages and a dear call. Yamia Duma and repem Besang Atian Kamiding Kwabena Owusu Dankwa Yakramo.